Yeah, I just sent you the link for this session on LinkedIn. The Zoom link. Yeah, it's on link. It's on your LinkedIn.
Okay.
Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to our first broadcast for the month of February. Now, I hope you had a great January. Whatever goal you set for yourself, you were able to reach. For those of you that are here for the first time, welcome. For those of you that are watching this on Facebook or on LinkedIn or on my YouTube channel for the first time, welcome. For those of you that are struggling to build a network marketing business, I'm glad you're here because your struggles are over. I'm not saying it's going to be a breeze, it's going to be easy, but the biggest challenge facing network marketers for years and years and years has always been having qualified prospects to talk to. Qualified prospects to talk to. So you get into a network marketing business and your sponsor tells you, make a list of your friends and let's call up your friends and let's tell your friends what you're doing. And you know how that works. So many people get such a negative response from calling up their friends that they lose their enthusiasm for getting into the business. Their friends question, what are you, crazy? You're getting into another one of those pyramids? Mary, you've already told, how many of these pyramids you keep telling me about? This is another one? Get a job. It doesn't work for most people. And as a result, your business doesn't grow as fast. So you end up going off trying to learn how to advertise, how to build a networking business because you're not connected to anybody that can help you. I've got a faster and easier way. You're taught, okay, so you go out and you start talking to people. And it's okay if you get a no, because sales is a numbers game. So we're going to go for no, because for every 100 no's you get, you're going to get a yes. Now that's supposed to make you feel good. You know, I counted on LinkedIn. There's over 280 trainers, sales trainers that teach the philosophy of go for no. Go for no. You're one step closer to a yes. Every time you get a no, you're one step closer to a yes. Let me give you a different concept. All right. You go on a social network like LinkedIn. You go on a social network like Facebook. You're looking at somebody's profile. You can read all about the person that you're contemplating talking to. You can pick out the people that you know in advance just by what you read and what you see would have a high probability that they'd be interested in your business. So go for yes. Go for yes. If you're not talking to 10 or 15 people about your business every day, and you're telling your spouse, you're telling your family that you're really going to make it this time, you're really going to do it. If you're not talking to 10 and 15 people about your business every day, you're lying to everybody. Okay, you're not serious. The biggest challenge that you have in building a network marketing business on a social network is knowing how to do it, because your competition is jumping on Facebook, jumping on LinkedIn, and sending out these, I almost said bullshit messages, these promotional messages to everybody, just blasting it out there. They're giving your business a bad name, but that's not going to affect you. Because when you know how to do it right and simple, there is nothing that you can't accomplish in building your business. You could be talking to people anywhere in the world. There are literally hundreds of approaches, hundreds of strategies that you could literally apply to your own business. So if you didn't finish January the way you wanted to finish, well, that's the past. But moving forward, set yourself a goal. I want to sign up 5 people before the end of the month. If you're talking to 10, no, let's make it 20 people a day, because you could do that in about an hour, hour and a half. If you're devoting an hour and a half to your business every day, and we're not talking about watching videos, we're not talking about reading books or learning things, you have to be engaged in income-producing activities. Income-producing activities, talking to people, signing them up. And all the other stuff is window dressing, talking to people. Statistically, if you talk to 20 people a day, Monday through Friday, that's 100. And you're talking to equally qualified people, you should be able to close at least one. Well, guess what? When you follow my formula and you follow my scripts, instead of 1 out of 100, how about 1 out of 10? How about 1 out of 10? So instead of following the masses who are struggling, who are failing, go in a different road. Go for yes. And I'm going to demonstrate exactly a process that anybody can do. Anybody can do. And I'm going to give you some tips that will enable you, that will empower you to enroll people into your business. And the best part about it is they don't need a website. They don't need a blog. They don't need capture pages. They don't need those BS funnels. Nope. All you need is a profile. Now, month of February, we have a whole slew of new posting tactics with scripts and strategies that will enable you to create more likes, comments, and shares with the people that you're connected to or people that you'd like to connect to. It'll create more conversations with people that react and respond, create more opportunities to introduce your business to people, creates better rapport with your prospects because posting builds rapport even when you're not talking to people, creates increased awareness of who you are, and it creates the perception that you're an expert in your niche market. It also creates appreciation of your influencer status and gives you credibility. And that's what is necessary. I'm going to share with you new video and texting tactics that produce immediate results. Well, it's a 4-step process. You got to have a profile and you got to be positioned properly. It's not a big deal. And then it's a matter of connecting with people, communicating with people, and closing the people that clearly need what you have, want what you have, and you get to pick the people that you're going to talk to. Now, every month, there are holidays. And next to my birthday strategy, which for 26 years has been unbelievably effective in starting conversations with people, the next simple strategy to work with is the holiday strategy. Now, February is filled with holidays. We've got Valentine's Day. We've got President's Day. We've got tomorrow's Groundhog Day. But most people don't realize there are unofficial holidays that you can use to start conversations with people. For example, today is National Freedom Day, the Abolition of Slavery Day. Black History. It's Black History Month. Today is National Get Up Day. It's National Serpents Day. Yeah, all these holidays. I learned it's an affair to remember month. Some of these holidays, I mean, where'd they come from? It doesn't matter. This gives you an opportunity to talk to people, to start conversations, to demonstrate your awareness, to demonstrate your social media expertise. But at the end of the day, it's going to come down to one thing. It's going to come down to how you talk to people. Period. I'm going to pop back over here for a second. So, for example, today is National Freedom Day. What is it? It's a holiday which celebrates annually, honor the signing of the 13th Amendment, which outlawed slavery. All right. How about National Serpent Day? Designed to give snake fans a day to celebrate their favorite pets. Although snakes have gotten a bad rap over the years, well, so have network marketers when you think about it. So, but these posts work. They enable you to start conversations with people that turn into new recruits. And so at the end of the day, it's all going to be about conversations. It's all going to be about okay. So what we're going to do is going to pop over here. And I am in Matt's account. Now, everybody's different. You're all different. You all have different backgrounds. And you could leverage your experience, you could leverage your background to give you credibility when you're talking to people. But at the end of the day, it's all about conversations. It's all about talking to people. So I'm going to jump over to Matt's message area. All right. And let's take a look at some of the people that Matt's talking to. But at the end of the day, remember, it's entirely up to you. Now, before I start, I want to come up here and I want to do a search for prospects. Now, over the weekend, it was announced Bed Bath Beyond is declaring bankruptcy. And has lined up liquidators to close additional stores. So think about all the people that are going to lose their jobs. And we could come over here to LinkedIn. And so here we have Bed Bath & Beyond, the company. And we go over here to people. And so there are 53,000 people on LinkedIn in Bed Bath & Beyond. How much money did you spend last year on leads? How much money did you spend? That's what the amount of money that you're going to save this year, because you don't have to spend a nickel on buying leads. Not only that, but you can just scroll down here and look at all the people that are connected with Bed Bath & Beyond. Here's somebody with a green donut. Means this guy's right. He's on his LinkedIn app right now. You got 10 people to a page. So you got 5,900 pages of people that are connected to Bed Bath & Beyond. Now you could filter it down. You could filter it down by state. You could filter it down by city. Or you could filter it down by the jobs they have at Bed Bath & Beyond. How many people at Bed Bath & Beyond are in sales? 28,000. This person's a sales manager. This person's a student majoring in criminal justice, but she's got a retail sales job at Bed Bath & Beyond. Now, when you do your searches, the searches that you're going to get are going to be different than the searches that Matt gets, because everybody's different. Why is this criminal justice person coming up? Because that's what Matt does. He works for the DEA. Your search results are going to be different based on who you are, where you are. There's probably 14 different pieces to your profile that are going to affect what search results you have. And so some of these people, sales, specialized consultant, operations manager. Well, it didn't take him any time. He's already got the open to work frame around his picture. No shortage of people to talk to. And this search, this category represents a grain of sand on a beach for the options available to you to pick out people that would naturally be interested in what you're marketing, what you're selling. And every day I talk to somebody that blew $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, $50,000 on education and training, and they learned nothing that can help them build their business. Oh man, we know how to create blogs. We know how to create funnels. We know how to do all kinds of advertising campaigns. But in network marketing, you need to be able to do one thing: talk to people. But you have to learn the right way to talk to people, because unfortunately, there are millions of people in your business, and I'm talking about industry-wide, that are jumping on LinkedIn, that are throwing up on people, doing all the wrong things. And as a result, they are giving network marketers and the whole network marketing field a bad rap. But that doesn't have to affect you. So we're going to pop over here and we're going to look at some folks. Now, Brianna here, you can see the green dot. She's there right now. She's there right now. Let me unmute Matt.
Good morning.
Good morning. So, and by the way, I got to tell you something. Matt is on fire. Okay. All right. He's doing the work. He's reaching out to people. We're identifying the prospects that are easier to talk to.
Go look at my invites.
So that's a good idea. So let's go over to your network. So you're up to 650. Wait a minute. Wow. So you've reached out to 147 people. Terrific.
About 20 a day.
That's all you need to do. Now let's go back over here to your network. So you have a total of 659 connections, and you're building up. And these are the people that have accepted your connections. And now you're in a position to start conversations. Okay, so now we're going to pop back over here to the message area. Okay, so we'll just work. Is there anybody in particular you want me to take a look at, or should we just jump down the list?
Not really. She's good. She just answered. She was somebody open to work.
Okay, no. So let's see who you're talking to. Available for new opportunities. So we pop down here. She got a master's degree in criminal justice. So you've got something in common with her.
Yep.
And worked with the Department of Corrections. I'm looking to work in industries that correlate with crime. Okay. Now you could be, this is somebody that just sent you a message. You could be talking to 10, 15, 20 people.
Yeah.
Okay. So here, if we look at her background, so she started out in sales. And then she got a position as a leader at the Gulf Coast, Florida Gulf Coast University. Now she's an intern. Then she becomes a substitute teacher for a year and a half. Then she goes to work for the Florida Department of Corrections. Case coordinator. So according to this, she's got a job.
Yeah. Doesn't look like she likes it.
Right. Well, for sure, because she's looking for a new.
Right.
All right. Now, just out of curiosity, she graduated from high school in 2015. That's 8 years ago. So she's about 25.
Mm-hmm.
Just starting out in her career. Wouldn't it be great if we could all be 25 again, but know what we know now?
Of course.
Right. So let's take a look. So you reached out to her. She accepted. Actually, 2 minutes after you sent it out. What are you doing now? Work with a company that but I'd like to get back to the field where I got my degrees from. Okay. Now, we have a whole list of questions that we could ask, but we want to follow the conversation. So what do we want to know? Well, for one thing, come down and look at her degrees.
Criminology.
Criminology. I'm working with a company. So there's two questions coming to mind. One is you always want to find out what people do. So I'm working with a company that resembles a contracting company. So one question would be, what do you do for them? Whoops. Or we could say, what is it, does your work at your current company entail? And I'm interested, it's interesting. Okay. So what does it entail? But I'd like to get back to the field. Now she's there right now. She's there right now. So what we can do, pop that out. Pop in our little motivating image. Because you never had a chance to tell her that, well, now we're going to say, I just sent this to a new friend. Okay.
Yeah.
And we could say, all right. Now, what we want to do is we want to ask questions that are easy for people to answer. We want to have a path, a conversational path. So first, we want to know what she does. We know she's looking for another job. Next question, and she told you that she wants to get back to the field where I got my degrees from. So a natural part of the conversation flow would, why? Now she says degrees.
Yeah, she has a master's.
Okay. Okay. So what prompted, why did you get degrees in criminology? Okay. What is it about working in the field of criminology that is so appealing? Let her tell you. Now, ideally, so we always have an end game in mind. If that's her goal, if that's what she wants to do, what are you going to do in criminology? She's got to tell you. Now you have impeccable credentials for anybody that wants to know anything about criminology. So you are the master. In fact, as you keep going, you could become LinkedIn's master at helping people find work outside of criminology. But so we want to find out what does she do? Why did she study criminology? What is her goal? Now, while she's pursuing her career. She's obviously taking jobs. So she doesn't like the job she's doing. That's why you want to know what are you doing now? And if you could find something else to do that would pay you equal to or better than what you're currently making while you're pursuing your career in criminology, because you don't want people to give up on their dreams. You're not trying to convince people to change your dreams. You're here to help people that are looking to pursue their dream, do it, and create a side stream of income that'll help her. So realistically, Matt, I never asked you this. Do you play chess?
Yeah.
Okay. In chess, for those of you that don't understand the game, it's like kind of like checkers, but the pieces do different things. So what happens is you move. I'm going to move my pawn here, and if I move my pawn here, you're going to take it with your knight. And when you take my pawn with your knight, I'm going to take your knight with my castle. So you're always planning ahead what the next move is going to be. You're working towards getting the person in checkmate. So you're always thinking about, what am I going to do? If I do A, what happens? If I do B, I'm going to do C. And of course, it doesn't always work out that way because they don't always do the things that you plan, but the concept's the same. So realistically, if we were playing chess with her, there's 4 moves. 4 moves that as we learn more about her, now the 4 moves don't have to take place in a day. They could take place over 2 weeks or 3 weeks. And in the time that these moves are taking place, you're building rapport with your posts. They see what you're doing and they're going, hey, God, this guy is really sharp. Okay. I mean, look at him. And, so if we look at your profile for just a minute. Senior special agent in the DEA. There's nothing, absolutely nothing on your profile that says anything about being in network marketing. You've got impeccable credentials, and you've been reaching out to police officers. So let's come back over to conversation. We're going to wait for her to come back and answer. Now, well, is Pete a prospect?
No.
So let's come down here, and this is somebody that you just reached out to. Now, what do we know about him? Number, he could be brand new, just getting started. It looks that way. Open to work. He's a corporate recruiter. And I would say he just got started. So we're going to send him a message. And we're going to modify it a little bit because he's clearly brand new. Very nice to connect with you on LinkedIn. I've amazing and wonderful new friends. Now, we're going to add something here. It appears that you're new to LinkedIn. So welcome. I really made some amazing, wonderful friends on here. How long have you been on now?
Check that out.
What we're going to do is we're going to add one little thing.
Go back.
So here's the thing. I mean, now LinkedIn for 8 months had a feature where you could go in there and you could pick out people that just joined LinkedIn last week. Okay, it was fabulous because you could get the people before they got slammed by the network market. And now what we're going to do how long have you been on LinkedIn? Now, how is it working for you? We're going to change how is it working for you and what. For what? Now, this works so well that my students that were using this generally got messages back from people that said, do you work for LinkedIn? No, you don't work for LinkedIn. So now let's come back. We'll come over to the messages and we'll work our way down. So let's come down a little bit.
No, he's ready to see the plan.
Okay, good.
He's somebody else we can talk to.
All right, so let's come down a little ways. This was yesterday.
Yeah, he's new too.
Okay, so now what we do is we look to see. Look for new opportunities that are remote or local to the Indianapolis area. So the question is, what is he currently doing? So according to this, he's working for a company called ProPharma. Before that, he was an administrator, FedEx courier. So he's got a wide, varied background. You always want to look at the whole work history because for all you know, he was already in a networking company. For all you know, he was in your company. Grounds maintenance, attendant, court clerk, financial outreach, financial lab assistant. So he's got a wide background. So what is he doing now? And the question is, why eager to secure a role that will provide field IT experience, continuing education, and career growth. So the question obviously is why IT? What is it about IT that fascinates you? Now, the truth is that years ago, people in IT made a lot of money. A lot of money. But technology changes so rapidly that what you knew 15 years ago doesn't matter that much today. Some of it still works. So we come over here, let's look at the message. It's nice to connect with you. So what we can do, so you ask him, how's it working? He didn't respond. So what we're going to do, to move the because most people do not respond to the icebreaker. All we're doing is, hey, we're thanking them. So now we're going to send them a motivating quote. And now the question is, you can look, you can see that he's currently working. So the question is, why your current job at whoops. He's got a job. Why does he want to leave? So anytime you find somebody that is looking for work and it's clear that they are working, then the obvious simple question is, why do you want to leave? Many times you're going to find out that they've already left, that they're not working there. But we're reaching out to people. We want to find out about them. Meanwhile, your competition is out there blasting people with all kinds of notes. Oh, it's nice to be connected. I see that you're looking for work. If I could show you a way to make an extra $500 a week working part-time from home with a side hustle that doesn't require any effort at all, would you be interested? If not, no big deal. I'm just throwing it out there. Now you're going to start getting some of those yourself. And this is what's happening. And this is why this is a relationship business. So this is all from yesterday. So let's look at this one here. Course careers. Future entrepreneur. Future entrepreneur.
Yep, she's looking to leave. She's a dispatcher at the sheriff's department.
Okay. Phenomenal prospect. Okay. So future entrepreneur. Da, 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 da. I'm gonna have to waterboard you. Okay, I'm gonna have to waterboard you. I wonder if we could do that virtually. Okay, look. She first, what does she do? Right now, she works for well, the emergency police communication specialist. Okay, so
Yes.
all right, so that's what she's doing now. Now, what you did is you're picking one little thing. I mean, where did you get
We spoke a couple of days,
what now?
and we spoke for a couple of days.
Okay, let's see. Oh, okay, let's take a look.
Don't waterboard me yet.
All right, listen, I'll be the first one to correct. I'd apologize.
I asked the questions, the basic ones.
But now I'm updating. Okay, what do you do now? I'm a dispatcher. It's on my profile.
Yeah, it's actually near me.
Now, you work in the sheriff's building on Loudon, and she's maybe.
I spooked her.
Well, yeah, for sure. You know, for sure. Okay, now I'm looking to leave. What sort of opportunity are you looking for? Now, it's always, you want to ask questions that that are easy for people to answer. So what sort of opportunity are you looking for? An easier question to get people to open up. Why? Why do you want to leave? Why do you want to leave your job? But there's something on her profile that you really want to get to.
There's my why.
I want. So it's not like, she's right there. Okay, I don't do overtime. Okay, now. Now. See, you have to look at the content, anything that you see on a person's profile is up for discussion.
Right.
You lead the conversation with your question. We have a structure that you're following. I'll give you that. Put the waterboarding stuff aside for a moment.
Put it on hold.
See, this is what you missed. Future entrepreneur.
Yeah, I like it.
Right. So what you wanted to say here,
Right.
okay, let's come down here. That was last night. Now, if you hadn't put her name here, okay, we could kind of basically walk away from this. But instead, here's what we're going to do.
Okay.
Come over here.
What I meant to say.
Yeah, no. Well, no. What we're going to do is we're going to shoot this over. And we're going to say, and realized and we'll throw an LOL. You got to take what you see on the profile.
Yeah.
As well as the content. So when the conversations start, we want to start looking at where do we want this conversation to go? What do we know about this person? And do we see the potential? The more we see, the more we know, the easier the conversation is going to go. So while she's looking for another job, so what, so why does she want to be an entrepreneur? What kind of a business does she think she'd like to get into? While she's looking for a job, she's going to tell you why she's looking for a job, but she could start her own business, you can show her how she could start a virtual business. And you look at all the things that she's done: customer service, team player, leadership skills. She's got all of the skills necessary to become an entrepreneur working with you.
Right.
And we just want to take it slow and let her give you the information to make it easy to show her the business. At the same time, you have to remember that she's getting slammed with all kinds of BS messages from network marketers who are trying to sell her stuff. And so excellent, good choice of people. And so for the rest of you that are looking at this, if you're not talking, if you're not having 10 or 20 conversations like this every day, then, and you're seriously interested in building a network marketing business, then you are not making use of the technology and the market that's available to you. You don't need a blog, you don't need a funnel, you don't need websites, you don't need any of that garbage. All you need is a profile, and you can be talking to people. If you didn't make any money last month, I can't help you with that. Can't help you with that. But there's absolutely no reason why you can't jump on LinkedIn, learn how to do it properly, and enroll 4 or 5 people before the end of the month. It's your call. Now, for those of you that are really serious about getting ahead, whoops, I invite you to not only participate in our February boot camp, but register for our top earner retreat at the end of the month. And I'll put the link in the chat window. Go to maxlinegood.com/retreat combo. Register for the boot camp and our top earner retreat, where we'll teach you what the top earners in your business know, but never talk about. Until next time, we'll be back at 4 o'clock. Best of luck in building your business. God bless.